Hi guys, welcome to or welcome back to Cooking with Pouncy. This evening we're going to do some fried green tomatoes. A slight variation on how Cooking with Pouncy typically does them. And I'm going to drop the camera down here in just a little bit and let you see that slightly different variation. So again, here's my fried green tomatoes that we're going to do this with, obviously, from my neighbor across the street. I've got here, and what I'm doing here is slightly different. I've not done this before. I buy this stuff and I do fish in it and I do chicken in it as well. Lots of stuff you can fry in it, of course. I'm going to use this tonight. I had the entire packet. I think this thing weighs 10 ounces. And I've got some in here, this platter, and for my little line here. And I've got 2 eggs in here, 2 large eggs. I've got probably a teaspoon and a half of hot sauce here. I don't know why I'm hanging under that. Just some regular hot sauce. You can put the hot sauce of your choice or none. I've got some paprika here for this mixture here. And this is cornmeal, if you will. I didn't measure anything, guys, but it'll be an ingredient list for you. I've got some cornmeal in there, this yellow cornmeal. I've got some of the same stuff as I indicated a while ago, too. This stuff here is in here. And the reason I'm using it is that it's, excuse me, guys, is that it's seasoned. It's got all sorts of stuff in it. Of course, salt and pepper and some garlic in there. And I'm not read the list. I've read it before many times. But all of that stuff is in it. It's really, really good. Almost good enough to eat it out of the box. Just kidding. All right. So anyway, that's what's in there, along with some cornmeal. I think I've got about maybe a cup of cornmeal in there, and I just dumped the rest of whatever was left in the box in here, right? There's my 2 eggs. I've got some hot sauce, maybe a teaspoon, like I said. I've got a bit of what the redness you see here is this smoked paprika. It's a little spicy. That's in here. Okay, let's put a little bit of that in there, and I'm going to use a little bit of this paprika for a little more color as well. Just make sure it's not cinnamon. So I just got a little bit of paprika. I'm going to just put some of that in here too. That's for a little more color. All right, and then I'm going to mix all this up. But for now, I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to slice up one of these because what I've got here, and you can see that, what I've got here is my drying dish. So as I do that process and slicing these tomatoes, I want them as dry as I possibly can get them as I start to do the old dipping them in my flour, my egg wash, and my final, and then into my oil, which is also heating, okay? So I'm going to just go ahead and continue to slice this one as I take my glasses off so I can see. I'm going to go ahead and continue to slice this one. And I'm going to be drying them. I'm getting as much of the moisture out as I can, guys, okay? And I'm not going to bore you with the whole process. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be cutting these up, just like I'm doing now. Okay? And they've got a lot of moisture in them, and I'll show you here before I cut away again with you here. I'm just doing this, and I'm going to be drying them. Let me get another slice here. One more slice out of there. Now, that's what I'm going to do, guys. I think you can see that. They're here in layer. And I'm going to put my paper towel over them and just going to get some of that moisture out, and I'm pressing them not too hard. Just getting some of the moisture out, okay? And I'm going to do another layer right here, and I'll put another paper towel on that. I'll be back shortly, okay? All right, guys, as we fly through this process, I'm going to step back for just a moment, and I forgot to tell you, because I had it in there already, I've got some buttermilk in here. I've got maybe 2.5 tablespoons of buttermilk in this egg and hot sauce deal, okay? About a teaspoon hot sauce, about 2.5 tablespoons of buttermilk I got in there too, okay? So, all right, we're going to proceed with the process. I did what I said I was going to do with the tomatoes. They're sliced. I've got my paper towels in here, and I've kind of pressed on them to get the excess moisture out of them. My pan and my oil is hot. And so we're going to go ahead and get this done, like right now, so we can get these in the oil and get them done, okay? Here's my flour. Let's call it flour because that's what it is. And here's my final one with my cornmeal in it, which is what I'm going to do after I put it in my egg wash, okay? So that's what we're going to do here right now, guys. Kind of press it lightly. Okay. I won't bore you with the whole process. And then we're going to do this. And trying not to get that flour off of them that I just put on. And again, I'm pressing it down a little bit. In there. I'll do the same thing. And then we're going to do that same process all over again until we're done with them, all right? So here we go here. Let's do that. A little bit of pressing on that too, again. And that's the two I'm going to show you, and when you come back, I'll have the rest of them done, all right? All right, guys, we got this contraption about ready to go here. I was going shooting for about 350 on my oil here, and this is just regular vegetable oil, so I'm going to see how close I am here. I'm dropping just to let you guys know how to do this, a little bit of my flour in there, and it's getting to where it needs to be for my little sizzle as I put them in there. I'm going to shake them a little bit. We'll let excess over there. And looking pretty good here, guys. And they're just about done. I mean, we're talking, what, 2 minutes on each side, maybe? And I think here, and I don't have to flip them over again. I just want to see the other side of them. And as you can see, it's hotter here than it is over here. So let's do this. And you see that. We're going to take these off that are ready. I've got my paper towel lined dish here, so this can drain here. It looks good, guys, I'm telling you. I think you can see it, of course, as well. Just kind of shingle it. Fried green tomatoes. So that's kind of it, guys, in a nutshell. Turn that heat back down. Remember, it gets hot real fast when you kick it up close to the high. So I'm going to go with it by shutting this off, because these are, for the most part, done as well. Okay, and I don't think you can see that, guys, but they look really good. They really do, okay? There's your fried green tomatoes, guys. And I think that, as I said, I think that flour that I use is going to be absolutely superb, because it's really, really flavorful, okay? Let's take this bad boy out of here before it gets too brown. There it is again. And we're going to call this one done too, okay? And we're going to call this last one ready as well. That's it. That is it, guys. Let's take that off, because it is off here, but I don't want it to get any hotter as it sits there. I made a mess again, but there you are, guys. There's the fried green tomatoes. Okay, guys, here we go. They look really, really good, and I'm sure they're going to taste good as well. And there they are, guys, fried green tomatoes. With that new process that I did, they really look good, guys. They smell good, too. Again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Cooking with Pouncy. If you like what you see, guys, please hit that like button. Let me know what you think as well, and pass this on as you see fit.